Hello, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to my 100 days bread tips. 100 days. We are going to give bread tips back to back. And in today's video, we are going to put the bread flour and all-purpose flour in this whiteboard ring. And then we are going to examine, analyze. We are going to compare. We are going to examine everything. Now, the big question is, why is it that most times when you bake your bread, instead of looking so fluffy and firm, it will collapse, automatically loses value, and you can no longer sell it? Why? What happens? You see, there is what we call the flour chemistry, and that is what we are going to discuss in this video. Now, one of the important things that you should learn, whether you are using all-purpose flour or the bread flour, there is one important thing. Aged flour is better than freshly produced flour, and so there is need for you to carefully check the production date and know the type of flour that you should buy, whether it's the aged one or the freshly manufactured flour. Take that home first. Let it sink. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video. Click the like button. It's very, very, very important. I need at least 1,000 likes. And then one other important thing, tell us where you are watching from. Which city are you watching from? Without much ado, let's go straight to the video. You should know that the bread flour contains 12 to 14% protein. This protein is very, very important in cake production, in other confectionaries, and the bread production. Now, the all-purpose flour contains about 10 to 11.5% protein. Now, why am I giving you these tips? This brings us to this, okay? One thing you should know, that your flour, whether it's cassava flour, wheat flour, corn flour, all those types of flour, your flour has some amount of protein, and the content of protein will always affect the firmness, the elasticity of your dough, the firmness of your bread, and the elasticity of your dough, the texture of your end product. Hello, good. I believe you are with me. So when you are mixing, now this flour, whether all-purpose or bread flour, contain two types of protein. Number one is gliadin, and number two is gluten. Now these two protein strengths, when you are mixing, whether you are mixing with hand or a spiral mixer, these two proteins come together to form what is called gluten. You might have been hearing gluten. This, a combination of this during mixing, the presence of water, these two come together to give you this gluten. Gluten is what makes the dough to be very elastic, and also enable the flour to trap the carbon dioxide or the air that the yeast is releasing. That way your bread will be able to rise. Now, if the protein is low, definitely your bread, the rate of proofing, the rate of rising will be slow. Also, the firmness and the elasticity will not be there. Let me give you an example. All-purpose flour produce more gluten compared to corn flour, because the protein content of corn or rice flour is very low. It's as simple as that. Your choice of bread will determine the type of flour you should buy. This is bread flour. It's good for bread, yes, but is it all types of bread? Nigerian bread need to be fluffy, at the same time soft, at the same time the texture need to be very nice. It's different from the UK bread that need to be very firm, strong, and elastic. It does not count whether it's very soft and all that. It's very elastic and bounces. That bouncing nature is the presence of this protein and gluten. Now, there are those that after mixing, you allow it to proof, and then you press it down. You remove the air again. Then you cut and mold. After molding, you bake. That type of bread tend to be a little bit chewy, stronger, and more elastic. Why? Because you've mixed the first time, you allow it to proof, and then you deflate it again. You knead a little bit by molding, no, giving that shape, and then you return it back to the pan. That double process increases the gluten formation. Let's take a step further. Now let's look at it. For the all-purpose flour, bread flour. Now, if your bakery is focused on cookies, biscuits, Nigerian soft bread, to my Nigerians, you know what I mean. Soft bread, pancakes, chin-chin, buns, cinnamon rolls, and so on and so forth. And then for the bread flour, we have is very chewy, rises fast, and is firm, very firm. It does. If you press it, it returns. If you press it, it returns. That is bread flour for you. Now that type of flour is very good for fresh loaves, those Western loaves. Also for crescents, for sourdough, it's very good. For UK type of bread, those that are in UK, you understand what I mean. If you press it, it returns. It's very elastic. It's almost like plastic, but it's real flour. It's real flour. This will play the role. This will serve. So for me, if you are in Nigeria or in any part of Africa and you want to make that fluffy, chewy, very nice soft bread, go for the all-purpose flour. If where you are, you find it difficult to get this one, you can actually make this one to work like this one. This is why we have this class. How are you going to do? You moderate the mixing time, because this one gets smoother fast than this one. So if you use 30 minutes to mix this one, you should mix 20 minutes for this one. I tell you, so as to reduce the amount of gluten that will be developed. That way you will get it. Another thing is to increase the content of butter or margarine. It will also help you. If everything I'm explaining helps you to develop your bakery business, very nice. Why not subscribe? Why not click the like button? Now, if you need ebooks, we have it. Click the link below at the description box or at the comment section to have your ebook. Very nice. If you need video for you, a special class, step by step on how to set up a bakery business, how to mix and bake. If you need a video for that, also give us a call and we will help you. So this is flour class. Remember, 100 days of bakery tips. Join us for day 3.